Welcome to the 8th oldest stadium in the country, Vaught Hemingway in Oxford, Mississippi, home of the Ole Miss Rebels, where the fans never lose a tailgate and don't plan on losing the game today. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Rebels will get us underway with the opening kickoff. The LSU Tigers offense will have the first possession of the game. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, and David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. LSU right back to the line. Out of the gun, the inside give. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. So Ole Miss offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And if these two guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins, speed or force.
Yeah, and you love to be physical and set the tone, and this linebacker does that consistently. Now, Jesse, keeping up with the speed on the other side, that's a different animal.
Might be different, but we're going to see this receiver work underneath on some drag routes. You better be careful. You do not want to get caught in the wash against this linebacker.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Pressure coming. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Rebels send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. RPO complete to open the drive. And they pick up just a few on that completion. 2nd down coming up. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. They want to get this defense on its heels.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down. And the Tigers want to crank the tempo. Off the play fake on first down. Throws to the wideout. And wings it incomplete. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much. All throughout the year, all the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
The play action fake. They're trying to get to him. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Quickly complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They'll run it from the gun. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Absolutely perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Looking deep. He's got it inside the 25. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. They didn't just jumpstart that drive. They've electrified it, and now they've got a first and goal. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Rebels. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. First down here for the offense. Quick strike complete. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. LSU quick to the line. Just about any LSU offense will make you hold your breath when they play pitch and catch.
Yeah, just such elite playmakers usually. Just such speed. And listen.
All kinds of running room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Got his man on the right. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Got his man down the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Give to the running back. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. They love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Wants to throw on third down. He caught it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll run it on first and goal. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. so loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Great timing by the defense there. Obviously, the offense. Red zone, you're trying to create a negative play to back them up. They do that with the sack, and if they're now going to try a field goal, it's going to be a little more work for the kicker.
Never a doubt. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels, and you back...
Holds it in on the left. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. See what they dial up on 1st and 10. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals.
Attention to detail, and I think the sense of urgency, David, in a game like this just goes way up.
And I think managing the emotions in these type of games, you know last year was a classic. Now you're trying to form this year's identity of this team and go out and get a win in a big-time rivalry game.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. And the Rebels are rolling down the field. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. 1st down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions, and how you feel about this, playing your old squad, like it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Fires toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Ole Miss!
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to try to return this one. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Running behind that left side. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14. LSU right back to the line. Got his man quickly. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. From the gun, wants to pass. Avoids pressure. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Well, that defender just was better. Pass rush. He does a great job being the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He's got it. Slips through the line. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Nice move to keep moving. Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run game coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point. But finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on a defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-6. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Running back searching for a hole. Across the 25, he's got room. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Takes the easy one to the back. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss. LSU quick to the line. He has been in see-ball, get-ball mode all day, and he is making his mark in this rivalry game, guys.
I'll tell you, he was sick and tired of reading about and hearing about the offenses coming into this one. This guy had his own designs and his own plans. He has been balling, David, all over the field.
And it's so fun. A rivalry game, you have so much emotion, so much passion. Well, guess what? You can let that out on defense. And defense, you can fly around, make plays, and he's been doing it all game long.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
He's got it on the right. The Rebels are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
And I love working the slot receivers. You see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
Going with the counter play here. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Shakes off the tackle. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Rebels have this offense rolling. Looking for a man. It's Armour. Fires to the middle. Hauls it in. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. They're bringing heat. Escapes trouble. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way. Then I'll throw.
Touchdown, Ole Miss! And they take it in for 6 more points. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can move. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Wants to fire on second down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. How about that nice run from this junior quarterback?
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
He's got the tight end. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today.
LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll start the third quarter with the run. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. We have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. It's Armour. Unloads it downfield. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
They'll throw it on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Rebels! And the pummeling has started. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 35-6. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And He was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. The running back has it. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
Fires to the middle. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Yeah, and those quarterbacks have the opportunity with those RPOs. They can quickly give it to the running back and make it a run, and he pulls it. I'm not sure it's the right decision, or maybe he just didn't get his feet set and everything went well, but obviously that play didn't work well.
And the Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable with that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Quarterback on the keeper. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So the offense keeps its drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He's got his man. Makes the catch, and he's brought down. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there. The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. To the air, it's Armour. Feeling some heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball fell.
He's going for the big play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Rebels in the hurry-up. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Encroachment, defense.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Didn't take him long to get into the goal-to-go package. Here they are on 1st down. They'll pull it on the read. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, LSU! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
When you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the 1st down.
The receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. So the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted, messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
Gets it out fast. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. The Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Moves away as he feels pressure. Lets it fly. Got his man all by himself. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to throw, it's Armour. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And the route is on. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score Ole Miss 42, LSU.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end. Eagles will run the offense out onto the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they...
No gain.
Let's drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that, dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Gets it out quickly. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're going to throw it again. Spits it out to the back. Working that left side now. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside. Defense.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Out of the backfield, he's open. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The offense lining up for a first down play.
First down for the offense.
He's looking to throw it. Going for it all. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very...
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll try to get the first through the air. He looks that one in nicely. And he's running in the open. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Rebels! And the beatdown has ensued. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
At the 40, there he goes. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. They'll throw it on first down. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. Ole Miss ready. Onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
First down here for the offense. He wants to throw. Steps away to find some room. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Right through the wicket. He just flat dropped it on the crosser, and it'll be fourth down. The Rebels will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
As a defensive lineman, let me tell you something. This is hunting season. This is when you pin your ears back and you absolutely fly to the quarterback, and you can see it. They know it's pass, and they get to him again.
And it's incomplete on third down.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more...
Gonna let it fly. Snags it at the 30 and still running. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And the punishment has been extended. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Ball State is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about.
At the 18.
For some time. They're up by 35 over Northwestern. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Defense.
So the offense accepts the penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He's got his man. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at them. First down for this offense. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Dropping back, it's Armour. Going for the big play. Reels it in down the left side. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Rebels! And the stomping has commenced. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And that one's incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. He's taking the deep shot. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Looking for more room. And a big return here as they finally get him down inside the 20. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, Bill. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when